Hi everyone, welcome to the tier list video. This is just gonna be my opinions on the Marvel Rivals character designs. If you want to see design analysis and where in the comics or the movies it might be referencing, I've made 2 other videos on that. So this is just my opinions on the designs, very biased. So if you want to see a more critical review, I would think to go watch those instead. Also, the tier list user I got this from is this user, but I did have to add a few. Anything past Venom I added, because they just included the stuff that is officially included. So let's get into it. Adam Warlock, I really like the color distribution and his cape kind of being like a pop of red. I do really like it, but I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. I really like the little designs on his skin. It's very cool. So, I'd say he's like a higher B tier. Black Panther, again, I'm not super familiar with this character. At first, I thought this outfit was just kind of okay, because I really prefer that one outfit from the comics where he's a cape. But then I realized that pretty much everyone in this game has a cape. Not everybody, but a lot of the characters with similar silhouettes to him. So not having a silhouette and him just being like a guy kind of sets him apart, I think. So, B tier. Doctor Strange, you know, his cape from a glance, I literally, this image, I thought it was Spawn for a second, but it's not. The line economy of this, the gold on his outfit and on the pants is really cool. I like that a lot. I honestly would say he's like higher A or lower S. I'm gonna say higher A. And next is Groot. He's really cool here. He's Tree Man, my beloved. He looks super old, which I approve of. A tier, for sure. And next is Hela. Oh my gosh, I love her outfit so much. It's like her design, maybe one of my, this and another one I'll mention later is like tied for my favorite. And like I said in my first video on the game, let me find a better picture. These like extended shoulder pad things make the silhouette just really exaggerated. And I love that as soon as you look at her, you know, this is a super evil character. This is a super powerful character. And she's just really pretty. So, S tier, easily. Next is Hulk / Bruce Banner. I really like the new dynamic, honestly, where, in case you don't know, this belt helps him transform or kind of like regulate his transformations into Hulk. There's a specific image I'm looking for, but I can't find it now. But I like the appeal of both Bruce Banner and Hulk. I think they're both really well designed. So that's A tier for me. Next is Iron Man. In my last video, I mentioned that a kind of like half criticism that like every main male character in this game is just like a big square. I don't think Iron Man applies that applies to Iron Man in this situation. A lot of the shapes are very angular, and obviously you can tell from like the arc reactor. It's like a very triangle-based design. It's sharper. I just really like that. So I'd say he's also A tier. Jeff the Shark, 10 out of 10. He's just a little goober. S tier. This is the other character I was gonna mention that's like, oh my gosh, the design is so cool. And this is already a character I really love. But this weapon question mark is not something I expected to see, because I actually didn't look at the full character sprite until I was planning for this video. But I think it's supposed to be his scepter from the MCU, but green. I really love the subtle use of armor mixed in with like the more regal kind of outfit with like the fur cape and stuff like that. Yeah, I love this design so much. As I've mentioned, obviously, I'd say that's like between Hela and Jeff the Shark. Luna Snow, she has really long legs. One thing, let me see if I can, oh yes, there it is, the reveal trailer. Her name is in Korean there. I think that's a really cute touch. And also, the snowflake motif you can see throughout her design is really cute. I think that's easily her best design so far. Not that there have been a lot of her designs. I'd say that's like a higher B tier, definitely. Magik. Okay, so I have one little nitpick about her design. Nitpick, not nitpick. There's kind of a clash of aesthetics here that I didn't like so much. I do really love the design that they're obviously referencing from the comics, her most iconic design, but the battle armor up here looks really intentional. I really like that. But then on the lower half, you have like the ripped tights and the very fabric-y shorts, and I just don't really understand the planning behind that. So if it weren't for that, she'd be a lot higher. But that is just aesthetically confusing to me. That's the only thing that brings her down, really. The gray makes him a little less recognizable, I will say that, because, I mean, you look him up in Google Images, the second thing that comes up is a fan redesign of somebody changing him back to his more recognizable colors. However, I do think the use of red accents is really well thought out, especially it being the shape of the helmet, really recognizable, adds to it. I don't think it's very bad. I understand why people don't like it, so I'd say it's like, it's probably C tier. I don't know, it's good, but I understand, so it's like lower B tier for me. Mantis, she's cool. She looks more like an alien here. Like, sometimes in the comics she has green skin, which you can see in her alt. In her alt skin she is green skin, but I really like the more alien aspects of her design, like the pointy ears, these little sharp things coming off next to her antennae. I'm really interested to see what her personality will be like in the game, because she really looks like a mix of the comics and the movies. In case you don't know, there's a huge difference between her personality and between the comics and the movies, because in the movies she's very sweet, she's very empathetic, she's kind of silly, but in the comics she's very solemn, and she's a really good martial artist, so that's a big part of who she is. I love this design. I'd say it's like higher B tier with Luna Snow. They look cute together. Namor. As mentioned, this is just Aquaman from Injustice 2. But there was one thing about his design that stood out to me. Let me see if I can find a better picture. Anyway, he has like wings on his ankles. I don't really know what that's about, and I can't really find another image of him from the comics or anything with the ankle wings, so if anybody knows what that's in reference to, I'd like to know. As a design, it's really good. I'd say like between A and S tier, but because that is just Aquaman from Injustice 2, I'd put him in C tier. Next is Penny Parker, and that's just Diva, and her mech, that's just Unit 2. Personally, I wish they hadn't aged her up. That's her in Into the Spider-Verse, you can see down there. I just think the juxtaposition between this giant robot and this tiny anime girl would be much more interesting if they kept her the younger age. That sounds kind of creepy, but I hope you get what I mean by that. It's not necessarily a bad design, it's maybe my least favorite in the game. Punisher, he's so wide, guys. I like his face paint a lot. He looks like he would really like Call of Duty. Personal headcanon. Punisher plays Call of Duty avidly. Next is Rocket. He's such a creature in this game. I love it so much. He looks malicious. So, I'm giving him like mid B tier. No. It's higher than that, really. All of these character designs I love, even the ones that I've said, like, maybe my least favorite. All of these are fantastic. So it's not really like a grade. I wouldn't give this character design a D. They're all buffed by a lot, but I have to spread them around So they're not all like S or A tier. I hope that makes sense. This is another one that's actually not really one of my favorites. I already said how I feel about this design in my first video on Marvel Rivals. I basically, I feel like there are better looks they could have based her off of from the comics, personally. I really love the Wanda Frank era of Scarlet Witch, and I wish Marvel didn't want to bury that and never reference it again. So, yeah, I don't know. There are better designs of her. That's Spider-Man. So, higher A. Star-Lord. Oh, I love his outfit here so much. Jackets are something that's really hard for free gunner or fast characters to, like, express that they are a fast character. But here, the jacket really shows, like, the fluidity and motion that he has as a duelist. Baz from Concord, I think, is an example of this done completely wrong. They're just very clunky looking, and I would never look at this character and think, oh, that's a fast character. But I think Star-Lord's design pulls it off a lot better here. Just so much better. He's awesome here. High A tier. Next is Storm, who, it's just a lot all at once. The X motif is nice, but I personally prefer her white costume, which, again, as I said previously, I'm pretty sure is based off of the Jim Lee run of the X-Men. So, like, she's kind of down here with Punisher. Like, yeah, that's the character, but this definitely is not one of my favorite iterations of the character. Thor, he's big, square man. I like his beard a lot. He looks silly. He looks like a cutie pie. And I agree. This is a really good Thor design, in my opinion. I'd say, like, A tier, kind of like right next to Hulk / Bruce Banner. Next is Venom. He's Venom. He looks cool here. I don't know what else to say about him, really. I really like when Todd McFarlane draws him, because he looks insane. And I don't know, this is just a pretty decent version of Venom. Again, that's Venom. I don't really have much to say. Like, mid B. Winter Soldier. His little scar, he's so edgy. Someone in the comments of my first Marvel Rivals video said that he might be green because that color has to do with the military and camouflage in that video. I just said I don't really understand why he's green coated when there's so many other colors or characters that are based on that color. But he's a cutie pie in this game. I'll give him like higher B tier up here. Captain America, he uses Stark tech. I'm not so sure how well integrated the tech looks here. Kind of looks like they just slapped some Iron Man armor on him. It's like the gauntlet, and the belt really stands out to me. I can't really tell what that does, but I feel like it's something, because it looks like a device, not just like a belt, if that makes sense. So, yeah, like, that's Captain America. I don't know what to tell you. Black Widow is the next one, and as I mentioned before, I love her design, but that is just Black Widow. But no, this Sprite, especially, not Sprite, sorry, that's, gosh, they call it something in the game. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll give her, like, A tier. She looks cool. And next is, Cloak and Dagger. This is, like, the only image of them from the game, but, oh, they're so cool. Anyway, I really love the galaxy thing, like I mentioned before. It's so awesome, and their dynamic is always, like, they're just so cute together. I really don't have anything else to say, but they're awesome. That's, like, S tier. I can't wait to see their full design. Oh, and Psylocke. I have not spoken about her yet, actually. And I just want to say that I really prefer this design to the purple leotard they usually put her in, so this is S tier for me. There hasn't been, like, the splash art, like, you can see, like, this and stuff released yet, but there isn't, obviously, like, her in the menu of the game and stuff like that. Oh, and also at the end of the trailer, they teased Moon Knight for sure, so I'm so excited. I might make a tiny video just about that when he's revealed for real. Hawkeye, you know, he's okay. He's a square. He's Hanzo. Good Hawkeye design, though. I'll give him, like... You know what? I actually want to move these two up to A tier. And lastly, we have Dr. Doom. He's a PhD. He can use magic. He's a world leader, and he's a fashion icon. I don't know what else to tell you, man. I love the designs so far so much. Like, even the ones that I said, oh, I think this could be better, they're still great designs. All of this. I'm so excited for it to actually release and not just be in the beta. Is it still in the beta stage? It's gonna release in December. I'm definitely gonna play it, and I'm really looking forward to the new characters that are releasing, the ones that I mentioned in my last video, like Blade in particular, a few other ones. But yeah, I really can't wait to see Black Widow's full design, and just to see the gameplay of a lot of these too. So let me know who you're most excited for. If you disagree, I would actually love to hear your reasoning why. Just because, I don't know, I like to hear people's opinions on character designs. It's a really awesome topic, and I love it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think. Have a nice day. Bye!